My ex-fiancé barged into my wedding yelling, "You can't marry her. I'm carrying your baby." I stayed calm and said, "Then let's get a DNA test." In front of everyone, the doctor revealed her bump was just a pillow. Her humiliation as security. Drag her out. Sarah and I were together for 3 years. We were engaged for the last 6 months of it. The whole thing was a mistake, and honestly, I should have seen it coming. She was always the star of her own show, and I was just an extra. Every little thing turned into a scene. If I was 5 minutes late, I was unreliable. If I forgot to like one of her Instagram posts, I was emotionally distant. The final straw came when I surprised her with concert tickets for her birthday. Instead of being happy, she got angry because the seats weren't front row. She told me if I really loved her, I'd have spent more. I remember sitting there in a restaurant I could barely afford, watching her pout, and something just clicked. I took the tickets back, told her the engagement was over, and left. Sold the tickets online, bought myself a new TV. Great decision. That was 8 months ago. I blocked her everywhere and moved on. Then I met Jessica. She was the opposite, calm, funny kind. She actually thought my obsession with old action movies was cute. 6 months later, I proposed during a quiet hike. She said yes. We planned a small wedding. 80 people, no drama, just love and peace. Everything went perfectly that day. Until it didn't. Jess looked stunning. I was standing at the altar with my best man, Leo, ready to say our vows. Then the garden doors burst open. In walked Sarah, my ex, wearing a white dress, of course, with one hand resting dramatically on a very round baby bump. Everyone froze. "Jake," she cried, "you can't marry her. I'm pregnant with your baby." For a second, I didn't even feel panic, just math. I hadn't seen her in over 8 months. Even if miracles existed, she'd be waddling, not posing. Jess squeezed my hand, her voice steady. "Handle this." Sarah was crying now. "Think about our family, Jake." The pastor looked horrified. Leo looked like he might explode from holding and laughter. I felt oddly calm. "Sarah," I said gently, "you're saying you're pregnant with my baby?" "Yes." "How could you just leave us?" "Okay," I nodded. "Let's get a DNA test. Right now." Gasps all around. Sarah froze. "The what now?" "My friend David's a doctor," I said, pointing to him. Dave stood up, already serious. "Ma'am," he said, "a Doppler can detect a heartbeat after 10 weeks. Since you're heavily pregnant, we can check right now." Sarah started panicking. "You can't touch me." "It's non-invasive," Dave said calmly. "Or we could do an ultrasound at my clinic. It's 5 minutes away. We can all go." That last part broke her. Her eyes darted around. "This is humiliation," she shouted. Jess stepped forward. "It's only humiliation if you're lying. If you're not, this will prove it." "So which is it?" Sarah trembled, then screamed, "Fine." She grabbed the hem of her ridiculous white dress, yanked it up, and pulled out a small decorative pillow from underneath. She threw it at my feet. "There. Happy. You ruined everything." Silence. Then Leo snorted. The whole crowd burst into laughter. I looked at the pillow, embroidered flowers and all, and picked it up. "I think you dropped this," I said, handing it back. Security, 2 big guys I'd hired just in case, escorted her out while she kept yelling, "I loved you." The pastor cleared his throat. "Shall we continue?" We did. I married Jess 5 minutes later. It was the most unforgettable wedding anyone had ever seen. That you'd think Sarah would disappear after that. Nope. The next morning, she went off on social media, crying selfie, long caption about how I'd abandoned her and how Jess was a homewrecker. No mention of the fake pregnancy, just vague drama. Her friend called me a monster. People from the wedding tried to correct her, but got drowned out. Leo texted, "Dude, post the video." Ah yes, the video. My cousin Billy filmed everything. Her entrance, my calm response, Dave's doctor moment, the grand pillow reveal, all in glorious HD that I didn't post it. Not yet. Felt too petty. Instead, I just commented on her post. "The pillow you left behind has a stain. Want it back." People who knew the story lost it. Others were confused. Within an hour, she deleted the post. Round 1 me. But it wasn't over. A week after our honeymoon, I got a letter from a lawyer. Sarah was suing me for emotional distress and defamation. She won $50,000. Jess read it, then laughed. She's suing you for exposing her lie? That's bold. I didn't laugh. I knew it was a scare tactic, but I wasn't scared. I called my dad's lawyer, Mr. Reed, that I figured if Sarah wanted a war, she was about to get one, legally and quietly that I told Mr. Reed everything, and he actually chuckled. Easiest case I'll have all year, he said. She has no legal ground, but we're not just defending. We're countersuing for malicious prosecution and my fees. Let's make sure she regrets this stunt. I agreed. Things were about to get expensive for her. While the legal process started rolling, Sarah tried another angle, guilt. She began calling my parents. My mom told me she'd called, crying about how I'd turned everyone against her, and that she just wanted peace. My mom, bless her, listened quietly and then said, Sarah, I was there. I saw the pillow. Please don't call again. Click. Next, she started calling my office, claiming it was urgent. My boss, Frank, a no-nonsense guy, pulled me aside. Jake, you got a stalker? Handle it. It's getting weird. So I did by living my life. Jess and I started posting normal. Happy pictures, painting the house, trying new recipes, watching movies on that TV I bought after the breakup. No drama captions, just smiles. It was quiet revenge, and it worked. Sarah's posts grew more bitter by the day. Some people live lies. Karma's real. Watch this space. She was shouting into a void, and people stopped listening. Then came the last straw, 2 months after the wedding. I got a call from Martha, the director of the local community theater I'd volunteered with years ago. She sounded awkward. Jake, I'm so sorry, but Sarah's been calling us, demanding we remove your name from the donor wall. She's been saying awful things and even threatened to protest our next show. That was it. She'd gone from online drama to real-world harassment. I thanked Martha and called Mr. Reed. Let's speed this up, I told him. Then I gave my cousin Billy the green light. Not to post the wedding video publicly, but to privately send it to a select few. Sarah's parents, her boss, her lawyer, and the community theater board. No edits, no captions, just the raw truth. The reaction was instant. Her lawyer called Mr. Reed within hours to withdraw the lawsuit. Her mother called mine, mortified. The theater emailed to say my name would stay right where it was. Sarah had been completely exposed to the very people whose opinions she cared about most. The show was over. You'd think that would humble her. Maybe she'd disappear for a while. Not Sarah. When the big drama failed, she switched to smaller, pettier tactics. Late-night texts from new numbers started coming in. You ruined my life. Then, I hope you're happy. And at 3 a.m., she'll leave you like I did. You're unlovable, that I showed Jess. She rolled her eyes. She's like a mosquito that won't quit. We blocked the number. Next came fake 1-star reviews on my company's Google page. Claims that I was unstable and unprofessional. My boss just laughed. Jake, I was at your wedding. I saw the pillow. Let her waste her time. He flagged the reviews, and Google deleted them within a day. Still, the harassment was building. Mr. Reed advised me to start a formal record. We'll move forward with the countersuit, but for harassment, we need documentation. Every message, every call, every review, save it all. So I did. I created a file and logged everything, screenshots, timestamps, deleted posts. It was tedious but effective. Meanwhile, consequences from the video were catching up to Sarah. Word got around that she'd been let go from her job at a high-end boutique. Apparently, the manager decided that faking a pregnancy at someone's wedding wasn't a great look for their brand. Her friends, the ones who defended her, vanished after seeing the full video. Even her mom, deeply embarrassed, reportedly made her start therapy that seemed to push her further off balance. Point one Tuesday morning. I was at the gym when I saw her walking straight toward me, face tight with anger. Jake, we need to talk right now, she snapped, stepping in front of my treadmill. I stopped the machine, still catching my breath. No, we don't, Sarah. You need to leave. This is all a misunderstanding, she insisted. You need to tell everyone that. Tell your lawyer to drop the countersuit. I just looked at her. The only misunderstanding was you thinking a pillow could pass for a 7-month pregnancy. Leave before I call security. A staff member came over. Everything okay, Jake? Yes, I said. This woman is harassing me. She's not a member. Please escort her out. That was the final incident I needed. As she was being led away, I opened my phone and logged the details. October 12th, 10:15 a.m., confronted at Fit Life Gym, refused to leave, removed by staff. Then I sent everything to Mr. Reed. A week later, we were in court for the protection order hearing. Sarah showed up looking pale and small, with a public defender by her side. The judge, a stern woman in her 60s, listened to Mr. Reed present the evidence, the harassment log, fake reviews, and gym report. Then he played the wedding video. The judge watched silently, her expression unreadable. When it ended, she turned to Sarah's lawyer. Your client staged a public disturbance, then harassed the victim for refusing to accept her lie. Do you have any reason I shouldn't grant this protection order? The lawyer mumbled something half-hearted. Granted for 1 year, the judge said. Any contact will be a criminal offense. Then she added, as for the countersuit, if I were you, I'd settle it quickly before I award additional legal fees. Sarah didn't look at me as we left the courtroom a few weeks later. Through her lawyer, she agreed to drop all claims and pay a symbolic $1 to close the countersuit. It wasn't about money, it was about principle. She'd lost completely and publicly. The last I heard from my mom, who heard from Sarah moved to another city, working a quiet office job, still in therapy. The drama was gone because there was no one left to perform for .as for me. Life's peaceful. Jess and I are happy. We still have that TV. Sometimes when we're watching a movie, one of us will joke about needing a pillow for comfort, and we both laugh. The whole thing feels like a strange story from another lifetime. When she crossed the line, I didn't just get angry, I got smart. Then I moved on.